And we are off. Ook is out of the gate, starting at level 8, ending at level 11. Some nice flat setups early on for Ook there. Just a little bit of drop time to take out those reds, but his board has not been flat, but plays have been very flat, minimizing drop time early on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dars doesn't have too many opportunities to take things out flat. This double yellow, good for that, but that was kind of the first time he'd been able to get something like that going. But now he's actually really flattening out his board. If only he could get enough blue and yellow to keep that moving forward.
If Dars is dealing with getting too many red pills, I'm sure Ook would love to have some of those right now. But here's a double red rush just as I start to say that. So, commentator's blessing, I suppose.
Yeah, not bad. Ook, it's ended just in time for Ook to start making the plans go on other areas of the board. So this is coming out really well. Now on Dars's side, that column 1 and 2 blue yellow, that is unfortunate. That looks like a tuck that went awry, and the bottom of the board is going to be a little bit messy here as Dars has to figure out how to clear out those reds in columns 1 and 2 and get the blue wide open. So Ook is out and into his level 9 first.
Just looking at this situation that Dars has to deal with right now, those two red fragments on column 8 are just taunting him because he would rather use all of his red fragments to clear out these other two red viruses. That's one of them. Just the fact remains that he's going to need 2 more reds to get out of this level, and that's not something you want.
Mm.
But it looks like he's going to be out with this double blue at a 203.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Ook in a bit of a tricky spot there with that garbage on columns 5 and 6. A little bit tough. It started as a 1 misdrop. He's just kind of bringing it down horizontal after horizontal and just like carrying it with him, which is tough. I think he's probably thinking, I just want to get rid of this. But yeah, he's got a 5 virus lead over Dars right now and managing to open this board up finally.
Yeah, that nice little horizontal clear to clean out some of the garbage on his board, very necessary for him. He didn't want his board to get out of control.
And Dars 8 viruses behind here, about 7 viruses behind. This board is going to be tricky because the left-hand side is so tightly wound, but great sweet sideways sweet tea there on the right-hand side of the screen. Looks like also he has a pretty easy path to taking out the reds at the bottom horizontally. So we'll see how that goes, but the top is still a bit locked up.
Yeah, looking at Dar's board, he's doing a great job. Most of his viruses are on the left-hand side, but there's a good number of double clears available to him. He's not going to have a whole lot of problem with this. It's just a matter of when is he going to get those blues.
Mm-hmm. Now, Ook's got something good going on here. When he drops this yellow, that horizontal happens, leaves some things open. He could make a red horizontal and then clear out on top of that yellow. And it looks like that's going to be cooperating. He is going to be out at a 357. Meanwhile, Dars just needs this last blue and is going to be out at a 401. Nice closing of the gap.
Yeah, he really needed that tuck too, or else it would have just been worse for his end game. That end game was looking really shaky for a bit, but it looks like he managed to dig himself out and full speed ahead for level 10.
Now, Ook's got a little bit of a situation here. That sort of blue barge on the left-hand side. Notice he tucked a red yellow under in columns 1 and 2, but he's got to get that. He's got to get that blue situation going. Would love to see some double blues for him, but they're not easy to conjure into existence, even with a commentator's blessing.
Yeah, double blues are, I don't know, the forbidden pill. I don't really know what to call it, but they just don't come very often.
As you say that, There we go. He gets one.
Oh,
And
look
he
at
gets
that.
another
And
one
both of
too.
them have a double blue.
I think they just like to spite you, perhaps. I know
Oh
they
yeah,
don't they
I
don't
would 100% buy that.
These two neck and neck here at about 5'10" together. Dars is in a tricky situation here. There are those reds horizontally that are up towards the top of the left-hand side. Not sure how that's going to go, especially because red's in column 3. Even though Ook has a lack of diversity, might be a little bit easier to clean out this board.
Yeah, looking over at Dar's board, a lot of the plays that he's had to make lately involve tucking, and tucking will slow you down. So that has kind of given Ook a chance to open up a little lead. His lead is very small right now, but this quick little surge of red fragments has helped him bring everything down. He's
Mhm.
only a red and a blue away from finishing this off, and of course the double yellows come.
Yeah. Let's see. We need one red there for Ook, and
There
he
it
gets
is.
double red. He's out at a 608. Meanwhile, Dars, he's throwing away those double yellows. And, I think I understand the call that he's making. He's trying to save room to tuck in between those yellows in column 1, but he might have actually been able to clear out both of them with the number of double yellows he got. So he is out at a 627 into his level 11. And yeah, he's about 10 viruses back from Ook, which we know not a big deal. It is surmountable, but it's gonna be tough. This is exciting.
Yeah, right now, looking at Ook's board, there's a major lack of blue access. There's 6 viruses left that are blue on his board, so he really has no use for that. If Darz is gonna close the gap, that's gonna be how it happens.
Yeah, for sure. He doesn't have a lot on the top line. You notice he's dropping a double blue formation down into column 2, and then that blue is gone again. That awkward blue on column 8 could be a pain point, but this didn't use the double blue there. So we'll see how that goes. Ook managing to keep the lead to about a baker's dozen, but it's going to need a lot of yellow.
Yeah, now yellow has become the pain point for Ook, but now a nice double yellow. He decides he's gonna attack the totem pole on column 8, which is honestly pretty difficult. Well, not necessarily difficult, but it's going to be inefficient to solve for it because there's just single viruses of varying colors down the column. So he's just going to have to dig through the hard way.
Yeah, and speaking of digging through the hard way, I just saw Dars kind of shake himself off because these yellows at the center of the board have been sort of plaguing him the whole time. And if he got a red yellow right now, things would be spectacular for him. There he goes. He gets a red yellow. He brings down so much of the board in the center. Very nicely done. Good patience for Dars.
Horizontal play by Ook. Let's see how he handles the rest of this board. That pill in column 4, that blue red that he put down, I was a little unsure of that, but it looks like he's going to set up the horizontal. Now he just needs a couple of red fragments. It looks like he's decided
Yeah,
to
no,
give
he's
up
going to
on the
go for it.
horizontal, and honestly, it's worked out quite well because now he's out at an 840. And we have reached 840 on Dars, and he still has 2 viruses left. So game 1 to Ook.
Yeah, congratulations, GG's to both players. And we know that from Ook's time in the silver bracket, he has played 8 through 11 fairly consistently. Anytime he gets to the silver bracket, he has a great chance of getting to the finals, which is 8 to 11. So we know that he's practiced on this level bracket. And Dars has as well. But wow, that was an outstanding game between the two of them.
We have a ready from Ook for game 2. He is raring to go.
Yeah, and we have from Dars that game was a pain. GG's. Yeah, we could see some pain there, but you soldiered through, buddy.
Yeah, sometimes this level block is just pain because it can be so many different things. It could be absolutely horrible. It could be absolutely great. But I feel like there's a lot more variance on this level block than any other one in the bracket.
Least favorite one is 10 through 13. I don't know. There's something about it. But we've got our 3, 2, 1, and pills. Oh, are you gonna tuck that, Ook?
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
horizontal tuck. I love it when the first option gives you a horizontal.
The in between clear.
I really wonder what's gonna happen here with the top of this board for Ook. I don't think he's gonna go horizontal on all these yellows.
Yeah, it does.
Meanwhile,
It looks like he's not following the siren song of that horizontal clear.
right, we've seen many people really going hard on those. He was not going to dash himself against the rocks there. Meanwhile, Dar's off to a good start, neck and neck with Ook here. A lot of blue on this top line, but good maneuvering down to get that double red towards the bottom. Pretty much cleared out of red now, Packy.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ook's got plenty of red. Yeah, nice lightning rod there. Ook's handling this pretty well. He still needs a lot of red to get out, though.
And I wonder what's going to happen with the red here in column 1 from Dars's board, because it looks like he could have a nice horizontal D sandwich possibility, but it's also tough to build up to. So we'll see.
It makes sense to do it because if he just builds up on the okay, he's just going to go ahead and take it now as soon as he gets a red. Because it makes a lot of sense because the yellow virus on the bottom of your board, he's already got the horizontal set up for it, and he doesn't have anything else to worry about on the bottom of his board. So there are no underclears to worry about, so he could just pile things on wherever he wanted.
He's out at a 148, and Ook was about 10 seconds earlier. So he's in a good position. There is a bunch of red and blue on the left hand side of this board.
Ooh,
Ooh, good adjustments from Ook there.
Ook avoiding the misdrop. Who knows if it was his controller? Maybe if an accidental double flip happened, but nice quick adjustment by Ook to keep everything in order here.
Great tee from Dars. He was called by that horizontal and got a tee out of it. Very nicely done. A lot of good horizontal opportunities on Dars's board, and he's keeping pace with Ook.
So Ook taking out these yellows horizontally. There's only 3 yellow viruses left on his board, and yellow does come up pretty often, so that might be a problem for him in his endgame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to need a ton of red to crack open this board. Meanwhile, interesting formations here on Dars's board. It's some unfortunate garbage there, I believe, on the right hand side. But actually, he's got a good opportunity to send this down. Yes, taking out those yellows horizontally was the right move for Dars to get out of that.
Nice sweet tea by Dars. It is pretty much a dead heat at this point. Ook still needs a whole lot of red to get out of this. He's starting to
Yeah,
get it.
it is showing up. And he's tucking underneath in a way that minimizes drop time. Ooh, but he did take that extra drop. All right, needs one more red and he'll be out. There we go, out at
There
a
it is, 346.
346. And Dars just needs a couple more yellows and he's out at a 348. So this is close as close can be.
We are into level 10 in game 3, and right now, looking at Ook's board, it's a little worrisome to get to those yellow viruses right now. There's not a whole lot of them that he has to deal with, and mostly red and blue.
Meanwhile, Dars was able to strip viruses off the board extremely quickly with the formations that were there at the beginning and the pills that came down. Really good work with horizontals and tuckings to get that to happen. So he's about a 5 virus lead on Ook right now. But notice he was slowing down a little bit because didn't have any use for that blue. Blue is going to be a tough one for Dars if it shows up.
Yeah, Ook had to make a lot of plays further down his board, and that means he needed extra time to maneuver everything down there. That bought some extra time for Dars to build his lead, but that lead has suddenly vanished.
Oh yeah, this is So close. And let's see, I'm really curious to see what happens on the left-hand side of Ook's board because we do see there's a possibility to take out these reds horizontally with some advanced planning. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see because Dars is off to a fantastic start here on this end game. And there we go. That was very well prioritized. Actually got a T out, but it didn't clear in the same order.
Yeah, Ook has been hamstrung by a lack of red pills, and that's the reason why he's a bit slower coming out of 10. But right now, his board is really clean. All he really needs is a couple of red. Oh, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And some early double clear opportunities early on for Ook. He might be able to close the gap very quickly.
Yeah. Dars hasn't actually managed to get too much off of the board so far. A good horizontal plan here for yellows. Yeah, as soon as he drops this blue, a beautiful long combo there for Dars, leaving a piece of unfortunate garbage, but he might be able to clear out those reds horizontally.
Yep, very nice plays by Dars. It's a 9 virus game right now, which is just about where it was coming out of 10. So both players making pretty quick work of this level so far.
Oof. This has me so tense. I'm really curious to see how Dars is going to tackle the center of this board. Is he trying to go horizontal on that yellow that's up there? Is he trying to go horizontal in the garbage? No, he goes horizontal on the top yellow and is able to take out that red garbage horizontally. Very nicely done. He's about 13 viruses ahead of Ook right now.
Yeah, Dars has managed to build his lead a bit going into the final stretch here. Unless Ook has a trick up his sleeve of some kind, it looks like we're going to be headed to a decider.
I mean, is does anything else seem appropriate for tonight and for this match? No.
No. 5
Got
viruses to go. Dars would love a double yellow, but it looks like he's done waiting.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so we'll see.
I
It
don't
looks
think
like
Ook meant to put that there.
no, he's got a horizontal here for this yellow. One more yellow, and he'll be out. There we go. Out at a 741. And Ook 10 virus is behind. Still working his way through that, but tops out. And we have a decider, people.
Yep.
Amazing.
So Dars or Ook, who will be advancing to face Arco in the semifinals? Caw.
Thanks, Ook.
The
Caca
curve goes
indeed.
wild.
I'm, I'm gonna let out an epic air horn if it calls for it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Oh.
We have a ready from Ook. And we have a ready from Dars. We're ready for the final game of the day.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1. Hit.
All right. Mm.
Bit of a pitchfork board there for Ook to start.
Hmm.
That's just kind of what it looked like.
Yeah, I thought he dealt with that initial pill pretty well. I don't love the fact that now column 7 and 8 both have red on the top. He needed to get a yellow blue to really start those plans going, but it's giving him the chance to tuck down to the lower levels and wait a little bit. He's got that space.
Yeah, and just as you did say, red at the top of columns 7 and 8, you see the effect that has on the way he's playing. That side of his board has been largely unattended thus far.
And meanwhile, Dars has quite a bit of red on the top of this board. Spired, it's a little bit awkward there. and does have to take drop time, but the drop time advances a good plan at the bottom of the board. Looks like Dars could have a very easy horizontal for the blues at the bottom. Doesn't go for it, clearing out that garbage instead. But these two so close together on this board.
Yeah, there's a lot of double clears that were waiting for Ook in this board, and now he's getting to them. He's really just crushing the end of this board so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just need some blues. Oh, I
Missed the
think he would
tuck.
have really liked to tuck there. Yeah.
Yeah, he can tuck it from the other side, but obviously you'd rather get it right the first time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
He
no,
got it,
those.
and Ook is out at 138.
Hmm. And Dars is very, very close, just needs this last yellow. He's out at a 140. So again, I think we're in for a treat here on this final game of our night.
Ook could really use some blues right now. There's just a dense cluster of them waiting for him right now and on his top line.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot there for Dars too, but beautiful cross into a vertical and a sweet tea right after that. So outstanding. The blues coming just at the right time for Dars to set off an epic, epic combo.
Yeah. Dar's taking an 8 virus lead. It's really been a tale of two early games here on the level 9s. Dar's got to start himself off with a nice, awesome combo, and Ook has had to deal with digging through blue viruses for some time now. Now he's basically got red and blue to deal with, and he's getting yellows fairly frequently here, which is not what you want to see right now.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like a one more blue yellow would have had Ook taking off those blues horizontally at the top, but wasn't able to get it. And again, went for the quicker clear. Makes sense. But now Dars is ahead by 10 viruses. That column 2 is spired, pretty much going to have to take some drop time there and clear out to the left. The left causes less drop time than the right. So there we go. Takes it out. And it's going to be tough to drop down to clear out that reds underneath,
I
right?
think
Because
he's going to tuck it in.
yeah, nice. Okay, he
Gonna
is
have
out
to.
at a 331. Yeah, that was the only option for sure.
Yeah, because otherwise he would have been digging at that for quite some time and definitely did not want to have to deal with that.
Some
Ook
long
setting up
drop
a
time
drop
for Ook
combo.
there. Yeah,
He's
but
just
it
a
worked
few
out.
blue pills away from finishing off level 9. One more, Doc. Come on now.
There we go.
Thank you. It's always very concerning when you start seeing that long string of double reds and red yellows that never seems to stop.
Yeah. Oof. And then you start to worry if you're gonna maybe top out from that. That would be rough. And let's see. So Dars has just cracked the top line of this level 10. Had a good plan there, some garbage, but able to take it out and make a nice horizontal. Oh, look, he had the option for a T towards the bottom of the board with a double yellow, but he's got plenty of time to continue building that up. Come on, do it.
He
Do
has
it. Do it, Dars. Yeah, let's go.
All right. Dars has a looks like he has a potentially very nice end game here. Like all the blues are nice and clustered up. They're not too difficult to clear. There's plenty of double clear opportunities. See that no drop, 4 virus clear, gets the in between clear here, and then gets the perfect pill for the drop combo. Dars is destroying level 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks really good. And Ook needs a bunch of red to keep this board advancing. And Dar's out at about a 518. So, yeah, Ook has to avoid all the drop time that could come from sloping this board too high. And yeah, it just needs to keep getting red in order for this to work out.
Yeah, Ook did a few quick flips there just to make sure that he didn't get any unnecessary clears. Looks like he's gonna wait for a red fragment so that he can get the
Mhm.
sweet tea. So now all he needs is a yellow fragment, and he's out of level 10.
Go. He's going to meet Dars in
602.
level 11, but this is tough. He's 20 viruses behind. And so his best hope is that Dars does not get any blue for quite some time, because blue is what might be slowing him down at the top of his board.
I'm glad he took the horizontal clear there because waiting too long for a pill is not what you can afford to do right now. But he's
Hmm.
still 24 viruses behind, and it's practically the end of the run at this point. Looking at Dar's board, it's just wonderfully set up. There's a lot of double clears that can go on here. The only problem point possibly is red. Looks like Darts is not going to try to desandwich that. Okay, maybe he will. Yes, he will.
Oh, there we go. This is a great end here for Dars. Just needs a couple, one more red. And Dars is out and has taken this decider. We'll be moving on to the semifinals.